Hi, investors. Good morning. This is Mon for Ask Livermore. Let's go over the pre-market scan. So today is Thursday, April 23rd. So as a day trader, what I love to do is always look at the S&P 500 first. We're clearly in an uptrend on a daily time frame. Nothing else matters. So as long as we're in an uptrend and going to stay a bullish bias, let's go to the scanners here on Ask Livermore. Let's filter on the day trading. And I want to look up for Bible gap ups in the beginning, okay? And then we'll filter on volume. So we like high volume stops. Let's go one by one. So for Poet, let's see if we can find some areas of interest. So I'm going to go down to the 5-minute time frame. Let's go down to the 1 hour, get some bearings as well. All right, so we clearly are in sort of this trend line. We have trend lines, a little bit lower on Poet. I'm going to go down to the 15-minute time frame as well. So we are bouncing a little bit on the 15-minute moving averages. I do like it a bit lower here. Okay, so I'm going to take the pivot low from that level. Fibonacci retracements first. So I do like the 618 level. Okay, this is the area of interest on the trend line support there. If Poet comes down, take some measured moves, swing lows, swing highs, down to swing lows. So yeah, we have a confluence of the measured move. So this is the area that I'm looking at for Poet. So I'm going to add Poet on my watch list here for today. And I'm going to add a alert as it comes down to around 1128. So 1085 would, or 1088 would be the long position. Stop loss underneath this level here. There will I be aiming for. Swing highs, swing lows. Aiming for 1409. And then we'll de-risk at about 1189. So this is sort of what we're looking like. If it comes here, we start moving our stop losses to entry price, or at least take some profits off at this level and then take the full profits there. Let's keep going for NVTS. So this was a big winner for us. So NVTS can bounce now, right? It looks like just on the 15-minute time frame, it is on this trend line support. So I do expect bulls to defend that, but I do think it's a little bit aggressive at the open. So I want to look for possibly one more low to get, you can see here, bullish divergence one more time. So either it's going to do something like this, right, and hold this low, or come down one more time to form bullish divergence. And that makes me a little bit more confident. So I'll go in on the bullish divergence instead. So I'm taking a swing high, swing lows, and I'm going to be entering around the alvo level 1236, longing 1689, stop loss underneath this low to the left of 1643, all the way up to the 1797 level, and we'll also de-risk once it reaches 1715. Okay, so NVTS goes into the watch list. Let's keep going. SMR. So SMR, nice Bible gap up, right? So I had a nice entries here. So nuclear has been doing well. So we like nuclear. So let's see if it can come down one more time, right? We'll draw the trend lines as well, kind of cross price. So yeah, I do like it a little bit lower, closer to the 618 level and the moving averages on the 15, on the 1 hour time frame as well. You can see the moving averages will hold the price. So yeah, OKLO, or sorry, not OKLO, SMR, its area of interest is a bit lower at 1286 for a buy position. Setup would be stop loss underneath maybe 1224. Take profits at 1423, and we'll de-risk at 1324. So I'm going to add NVTS and SMR to my watch list here. And NVTS and SMR. Going to put an alert on SMR. So if price comes down there, it's going to alert me that it's time to trade, syncing with NVTS. If NVTS starts breaking this low, I'm going to add the along there. So I like to build up maybe a watch list of 5 to 10 every single day. and really go from there, right? So let's look at red wire as well. So red wire, you can see it's starting to uptrend on the daily, so making higher highs, higher lows. So we definitely want to stay long on red wire here. So I'm going to zoom out a bit so I can get my bearings and get the trend lines going. All right, so you clearly see that trend line. So I'd like it a little bit deeper on red wire, right? Of course, it can bounce right now, but I do like the area of interest a bit more. 618 levels with the trend line support and be moving averages on the 1 hour time frame. You have support here as well on the left. So, anywhere around, let's say 1083 would be of interest. Okay, so I'm going to add an alert and I'm going to put in red wire on my watch list as well. So you guys can see how quickly I'm going through this. Let's go to MSTR. So MSTR, same thing. Trend line support. This is going to be a riskier trade because we are making bearish divergences starting to form on every single high. Okay, so bearish divergence, bearish divergence. So there is a little bit of buyer exhaustion here. So this is a mental note for me that on trades like these, go a little bit size less. So again, you have the moving averages, area of support here towards the left, and be trend line support. So I do like this area for at least the possible bounce stop loss underneath this area for MSTR. So I'm going to put in an alarm here for MSTR 170. So with these scans, guys, you don't have to spend so much time, right? Get your levels, get ready to trade, use the 1 hour, use what you know to find your entries. Same thing with USAR. It's holding, I think maybe the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, it's holding the 15-minute time frame. Is a bit aggressive than what I used to like. I do like a little bit more lower on the moving averages. It looks like it's respecting the 15 right now. So it is a pretty aggressive area. Let's go to the 1 hour areas of interest. So this is not the most high probability that it will come down here because it is so bullish. But if USAR comes down just a bit more, it can do something like this, closer to the trend line at the open. That is a nice area. So I will set up an alarm, getting ready, and the opportunity would be on this trend line with the stop loss underneath the latest low at 21.96. All right, so that's the trade that I'll be looking at. ASTS, you can see very choppy, avoiding that. Let's look at OKLO and CRNL. And what was this one? This was USAR. So I'm adding USAR. Let's look at OKLO. So OKLO, very similar trade to SMR. So, I'm not going to double my risk and go both into OKLO and SMR at the same time if the trades present itself. Because, it's risky going into the same industry on the day trade, right? So this does look like an okay area for a possible bounce on OKLO. So I do like that area. Let's put an alarm on at 68.07. It can come down just a little bit more. All right. So again, I use the 1 hour to find my areas of interest, and I go down to the 5-minute once the price reaches close to that to find entries. Okay. So I'm going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's do one more. So I'm going to let's do recent doublers, right? So we always like to keep a lookout for stocks that have doubled in the past 60 days. These are really great momentum stocks here. So you can see I'm filtering on average volume. So the highest volumes first. Let's also exclude some of these names as well. Biotech, Chinese, ABRs, leverage ETS, penny stocks, and SPACs. So yeah, we already have NVTS. Let's look at Marvell if it presents any opportunities. All right. So Marvell is a pretty aggressive trade. You guys can see we're far away from those 1 hour moving averages. So I don't like are trading very extended moves like that. Even though, yes, it can be continuously strong, but for today, probably not for me. Let's take a look at SanDisk as well. All right, great. So SanDisk, it's been chalky at these highs. So it is a little bit shaky because it can, you see this double top, it can turn into a sort of like a bull flag here, something like this, break below some of these lows. But you can play this range all day until something breaks. So that could be a good move on SanDisk. So this is a little bit riskier trade because you can see it's not uptrending as much anymore. It's not uptrending as much anymore. So the size for this trade will be smaller. All right. So I'm looking for maybe somewhere around these areas. Let's also take some trendline supports. See, I do like that area for at least a quick bounce play. All right. But again, can turn into a double if it breaks below this low, because there are a lot of stop losses right here, a lot of stop losses there. So if it does do something like that, look for 847. But let's see if it does do this, or if I can get that bounce and then comes down. But I'll be already taking some profits by then. So we'll take this trade on SanDisk, stop loss underneath below, and we'll target 1013, and we'll start de-risking at 944. So I'll have a alert set, and we'll add SanDisk here. So that's the morning routine, guys. Every single day only takes about 15, 20 minutes here, and then I just relax and wait. So that's the pre-market setup, and I can go through a lot of these stocks if I want to. It really depends on how many trades I want to go into for today. But I usually go in maybe 2 or 3 a day. Keeping that pace is okay for me. I know a lot of people go into 5 trades per day, 4 trades per day. So you can build up your list based on all these. Again, so the day trading, and then we'll go through swing trading in another separate video as well. So we've made a lot of money on both. So I'm excited to go through these scans with you and just to teach you how to do this every single morning.